Okay, we got Tom in Costa Rica. His daughter is in California. I have been sent these letters before. We've got a bunch of these letters coming in. Send them to showtips@infowars.com. Send it to Aaron at Infowars.com. I'll have everybody go back through. If you sent them and you didn't see us post them, send them again. We have limited personnel. We're doing the best we can. The crew is working their butts off. I need Paul Watson and Steve Watson and Kurt Nimmo to do separate stories. The big news is, this is all hidden in plain view. They are ordering medical workers, people that carry out the trash at these facilities, I've confirmed in Austin as well, at hospitals, anybody that works at a hospital to take the regular flu shot and the H1N1 and maybe more, they're telling them, setting a whole precedent under level 6 World Health Organization rules with the UN. They say they can have checkpoints, lockdowns. They've got a microchip they want to implant. It says for the flu pandemic to prove you've had it. We've aired a Army officer last week who's training with the chips in California. We confirmed the Army secretly training in checkpoints. So was the Marine Corps months ago. We didn't know exactly why. We've confirmed that to lock down cities and forced inoculations. Let me make it very clear to everybody. If we don't expose the danger of the vaccine, the illegalness of it, how it's a scam, and how they're lying about launching it, they're going to get away with launching this program against us. So we're a multi-pronged attack. Getting Horowitz's letter out is important, paramount, but also of paramount peak importance is exposing with the video clip of Obama. You can just YouTube it. Obama says you won't have to take vaccine. In fact, we ought to pull that up later. I may even go into overdrive, but I got so much to do today. Finishing up with Tom, then I'm going to try to run to all these other callers. Tom, you've sent us the letter from your daughter in her hospital. I guess you want us to black her name out, obviously, because how dare her not want to take the shot. And so specifically, they told her...
She didn't take the shot.
No, I'm saying...
She didn't take the shot. They were giving them to everybody else on the staff. Those people weren't even asking whether it was H1N1 or the regular flu shot. They asked no questions. They just didn't want to lose their job by October 1st. And she was exposed 2 months ago, that the hospital told her. They told her she would be tested and checked. Nothing has occurred since then, and she told them that at this inoculation on Thursday and said, what about your testing? I may already have it. What is going on? What are you doing? Well, you'll have to talk to Human Resources. And we don't have all the information yet, but by October 1st, you take this or you must wear a mask. And if you don't wear the mask, she asked questions like, well, what are the parameters for wearing the mask? Do I have to wear it when I go to the bathroom? Are the doctors going to be required to take shots? Are visitors going to be required to take shots? We don't know. You'll have to ask Human Resources later. We don't have the policy for that. And yet they're giving shots last Thursday to everybody on their staff in West Hills, California.
Well, they're telling other people they're going to be fired if they don't take it. You just heard them.
Well, she was threatened. On the back of that document that I told you they presented to her, it said, if you don't comply, you will voluntarily be terminated. You will voluntarily resign. It's in the letter that I sent you.
Now, Tom, we've got the email from you. We don't have the letter. We don't have the hospital letter. Are you saying
it was her letter to? It was her letter to me explaining what she went through on Thursday.
But can you get us a copy? Can you get us a copy of the original letter?
Oh, of the document, sure. I'll have to get that from her. She's at work today.
Okay,
I
know these are everywhere because we're having call after call about this. And the news admitted a month ago in New York they were ordering the same thing. So we know this is going on. We just need the proof. So everybody send it. If whoever's got it, send it to showtips@infowars.com and Aaron at infowars.com. Thank you so much, sir. Michael in Chicago. Well, before I go to Michael in Chicago, here is the hotline number specifically if you were told you'd be fired if you didn't take the shot. And specifically on top of it, if you have a letter, you can send us 888-201-2244, 888-201-2244. Here it is, 888-201-2244. Because if we can prove this is going on, which we know it is, everybody's calling in with it happened to their wives and husbands and other people, then we can have a united front by admitting this is going on. Let's talk to Michael in Chicago. Michael, you're on the air.
Thanks, Alex. A couple of quick items. My sister-in-law is a nurse in Northern California, and they've consistently tried to have her take the normal flu shots, and she's consistently refused. So I'll be in touch with her shortly to see, because we were trying to work on a strategy because we knew that, they'd be pushing really hard, if not mandatory, for her to get the H1N1 shot. So I'll get that information from her. Second item, and I'm former military. This is in the Chicago breaking news deal, so something weird's going on here. Down here at University of Chicago, and I'm in the area and affiliated with a lot of the medical folks down there. Professor just died due to a plague, some sort of plague deal that he was working on. Very suspicious story here. It indicates that he was a geneticist, and that this exposure, this weakened strain of Yersinia pestis, somehow became dangerous, in that it somehow targeted his genetic makeup.
Yeah, let me tell you what's going on with that. They've built 36 Level 4 bioweapons labs in Level 2, no big deal containment, at major universities across the country, from UT at Austin to the University of Chicago, all over the country, and that's what's going on here. I didn't see the particular article, though. What's the headline?
Chicago Department of Public Health, plague death not a threat to public health. So now they're giving antibiotics to family, friends, and coworkers of this guy. And they don't know what they're downplaying it. But if you read the article, there's a lot of unanswered questions here. If I could jump, just the other day, we were at our daycare, and again, I'm in the University of Chicago, so everyone's, in medical, whatever. One of the doctors hopped up. Her child is in the class with us, and she gave this huge pitch. She's been in touch with the Department of Public Health, you name it, and it is imperative that get the kids vaccinated. You get vaccinated when the vaccine becomes
they're
available.
brainwashing. Walgreens give mothers stickers in Austin that say, "I vaccinated my child. I care." So it's like a cult of pro-vaccine people marching around, arrogantly writing editorials in everybody's face.
Yeah, they're absolutely nuts with it down here, including the woman who told us that we want to give vitamins to our daughter, which turned out to be fluoride for her teeth.
Amazing. God bless you, sir. I want to bring Paul Watson up briefly. And then specifically, guys, I'm having trouble with my call list computer in here. If you'll handwrite me, Bob, the any key whistleblower calls on our hotline, I'll be able to get it up. We're going to go to Steve, Ron, Alan, Jonathan here in just a moment with key info. But I wanted to bring Watson up. Watson, what's the best email for people to get into? I know you have several. For you to scan for letters that nurses and doctors are being given, ordering them to take the shot or they're fired, because we can break the hoax that Obama's put out saying nobody's got to take it. We've confirmed they're doing this, but we need the letters, not just people calling in with it. We have some New York articles where they are saying they want to make people take it, but then they backed off somewhat, so they're testing the water. But I want to put you on this to with a bird's eye view to watch for the emails, because people keep calling saying they've sent them, but we've missed them in the thousands of emails. What's the best email for you, Watson?
The best email, and this, if you send it to this one, both myself and Kurt will get it at the same time, because we've both got access, is writers@infowars.com.
Okay, and that doesn't go into a general mailbox? You have a certain box for that?
That goes direct to me in my personal email as well.
What do you think about all this craziness going on?
I think that they're definitely preparing for a mass vaccination campaign. I don't think it's going to be enforced at gunpoint, but as we've discussed before, it's going to be about threatening people's jobs and taking people's rights away if they don't take it. So if you live in a cave, up in the mountains or something, then yeah, you don't have to take it without your life being affected. But for any of us who travel, or any of us who have jobs or use any services connected to the state, then they're going to make you have it, and they're going to force people to take it by taking those rights away.
Exactly. Have you seen Verichip for a triage system where you take an implantable chip to prove you've had the shot?
Yeah, their stock's gone up 200% on a day when, stock market's flat, so that's soaring up there. The story I put out a couple of hours ago is somebody who's a CEO, and they got sent a survey by the University of Virginia Health Department